Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here today on ESGNet, and this is Madden 18, and this is the Dallas Cowboys franchise, and we're inside the Cowboys Insider, as we're going to take a quick look here at the week that was week 7. As you take a look there, week 8, there you see our matchup there. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit, but we're going to get back into week 7 here as we take on the New York Giants, and it was a good game there. Final score 40-12 between the Cowboys and Giants. Of course, your classic rivalry game between these two here. And you see Prescott there had a good game there, 2 touchdowns on 138 yards, 11 of 18 in the game, and no interceptions. Zeke Elliott, 30 carries for 166 yards, 2 touchdowns there, 5 broken tackles. He had a great game there. And of course, you stop Murray there, 18 carries for 54 yards. He had 1 fumble in the game. And there you see Bird, 60 yards with 7 carries in the game. Tried to get him in the end zone, but just could not do it. But for the most part here, it was a good game. Cowboys did a great job there of really just moving the ball down the field. And also the defense did an excellent job here, most importantly, by scoring there for us on some defensive touchdowns, especially Jaden Smith, middle linebacker there. 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, an interception, and a touchdown there for him. Taco Charleston, 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 3 sacks from him. And Lawrence, 5 tackles, tackle for loss, and a sack from him. So really truly a great week there for the defenses. They did a great job there stepping up and of course scoring there. Also our special teams, I will say too, did an excellent job there. Great field position. I think there was twice that we got the ball inside the 5, and one of those times set up a great opportunity for us to get a safety. So defense really stepping up there this week, and we're hoping that they'll do the same thing coming up in week number 8. So take a look here at the quick news here around the league there, and a lot of the news is pretty much us talking about the great week we had. And, of course, getting ready. So we've got some good matchups coming up in the week 8. Got a lot of rivalry games coming up, and you'll see some of those there on your screen. But yeah, pretty much here, just ever since the Cowboys lost that game there just a week or so ago there in Jacksonville, they just pretty much turned things around. They just really took it out on the Giants there and just did what they had to do to pick up the win here. But there you see some of the news there from pretty much around the league there, guys. Doing what they trying to do there to keep their teams alive here as we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Now, take a look there, 6-1 for us. Eagles 4-2, Redskins 4-3, and your Giants. There you see they are 3-4 now. For this season, they have lost 3 straight there in the NFC East. Now, AFC North, Steelers 5-1, Bengals 4-3, Ravens 3-3, and the Browns 0-7. Titans right now lead the pack there in the AFC South with a 5-3 record. Jaguars 4-3 and 3-4 for the Texans. Patriots, of course, doing great there, 5-1 after not having Tom Brady. I think he's not on that team anymore. I have to look up that and see. Chargers right now lead the AFC West with a 6-1 record. And then look at the NFC North. Lions there 4-3. Vikings 2-5 there, last place. Packers and Bears are in the middle there. And then of course the NFC South. Take a look there. The worst team of them all is right there, the Buccaneers, 0-7. As you see there, they have not been doing good at all. We're giving away too many points there this season. Already 206 points allowed by them. And we'll move off to the finally to the NFC West, and there you see the Seahawks 5-1, Cardinals 3-3, 49ers 3-4, division. So as we go ahead and take a look here at your top players of week 7, and there you see Kaiser, one of your players there for the Browns, the quarterback. Compton of the Raiders, and then of course Drew Brees, now who plays no longer with the Saints, he's now with the Rams, and he'll take NFC Player of the Week. Move on here now. We'll take a look here at the Falcons. Now Falcons currently 3-3 going into week 8. They are coming off of actually a bye week here, and we'll see what we can do with them here coming up. And take a look. We'll look at some numbers here in just a bit. But yeah, Falcons coming off a bye week here. They want to try to get things going here for themselves. And this will actually be our first time playing against Atlanta, at least in this Madden series. That will be in the Mercedes-Benz Dome. So this will be the new stadium, of course, they got built there. I don't know if you guys have been following here on the channel, but if you have been, I was in Atlanta just 2 years ago. I went to a Atlanta Falcons game. It was the Falcons versus the Colts, and this was the year before the inaugural season they had that year, before they went to this Super Bowl. So it was a beautiful, going to the Georgia Dome there, it's awesome. But seeing the building, the arena there being almost done there was really, really awesome. They were just finishing up some of a lot of the exterior work there, and just getting a lot of the interior work going there. So but take a look here at Atlanta, 38-30 there against Washington just last week. You see the penalty yards there, and Atlanta pulling this one off here, or I should say the Redskins there pulling off that one in there in the fourth inning, or fourth quarter there, as they do a good job there. Even though they had many penalties yards against them, over 100 there, they were still able to get away and pull out and win this game there in DC. Take a look at the numbers there for Matt Ryan: 21 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Sacked twice in the game. Completed 63% of his passes in that game, and that's something we're gonna have to kind of focus in on Matt Ryan. And of course, Freeman there out of the backfield there, 20 attempts for 105 yards. He had 1 rushing touchdown, and then of course there you see. You got Julio Jones, and even Josh Gordon got in the mix there. Josh Gordon, a former Brown, now with Atlanta here in this version of Madden, and he got picked up by during the offseason there. He has 7 catches for 90 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Julio Jones having a quiet year this year, and we'll get into more of those numbers here in just a bit, but really having a quiet year there. Not so much here in this one, as he just got 4 catches for 28 yards, and we'll see how we do against Jones. Of course, there you see their defense there. They got Poe and Barksdale there, and I believe who else? Trufant. So they got a good defensive core there, and we'll see how much we can test them going this one. I think for the most part here, as we take a look at the injuries here for ours, and then we'll see theirs here in just a bit, it's going to be, going down the field, it's going to be pretty tough going through the air. So we won't be able really to throw darts. We're going to have to be really, really careful in this game, as well as we've been doing so far with Dak. We're going to throw some short, quick passes, and just take a look at the game plan here for them. So yeah, we got Trufant there on defense that we're gonna have to watch out for. He's a major threat there defensively against us. Now, as for our defense, we're gonna have to watch out for Julio Jones. He has not had a breakout game really here, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think this year. He only has 1 touchdown that he's gotten to the end zone there. So this is a game that he's gonna be. I think they're gonna be really going to him and try to utilize him as much as they possibly can there. Even though Josh Gordon has been having a great, successful year, he's not their go-to guy. So Julio Jones, 27 receptions, 367 yards, and 1 touchdown so far here this season. Take a look at attributes there. 7-year guy from Alabama, 6'3", 222 pounds, or 20 pounds, I should say, and 29 years of age. Julio Jones, probably personally one of my favorite wide receivers. That's why I was so glad to be able to get those tickets to go to that game between the Colts and the Falcons to get to see my two favorite teams in the NFL. As for Freeman, there you see he so far this season for him, 116 carries for 673 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns, 28 broken tackles this year. So in the running game here for them, they're going to be really going to try to utilize that as they as much as possible they can, and we'll try to make sure we can get away from that. As for Matt Ryan, put some pressure on him. 1,530 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 7 sacks, and a completion rating, QB rating actually 98.1, and he has completed 68% of all his total passes here this season. And he is going to be a person that we're going to have to put some pressure on and get him. I think we're going to probably have to bring in the linebackers there, even some safeties from time to time here, a lot often here, especially during third downs there. Just put some pressure on him and just see if we can get the ball. Josh Gordon, I don't have his numbers. My bad. I apologize. I didn't get a chance to write down his numbers, but I know right now he has a couple of touchdowns right now. He's kind of being the guy that they've been going to. He's been able to be open there this season here. I think of the 6 touchdowns, I think he might have 2 or 3 of those so far from Matt Ryan this season. Trufant on the defensive side there, he's gonna be a guy that's gonna definitely on us, as they're gonna be zone blitzing us quite a bit, and there you see his speed right there. Got good man-to-man coverage, and they're gonna try to do whatever they can to get us to put some pressure on Dak, because Dak hasn't had that much pressure on him that much here lately. And when he has, he's been doing pretty good of seeing things and getting the ball out of his hands there and getting him down the field. So we'll see how well that goes here this week. Beasley Jr., the middle linebacker, who's going to be up the middle. He's going to be another guy that we're going to have to watch out for there too. Don't want to throw any more passes up the middle there and have any strange things going on there. So you see his numbers there, and again, they're going to put pressure on us as much as they possibly can, because like I said, if they let Dak sit back in that pocket for too long, Dak could have another great game like he did just a couple weeks ago here on this franchise mode. So and then Neal, your deep guy, like I said, I'm not going to try to throw anything too deep too often. Hopefully we can get one to Dez, because we've been fortunate enough to get a hold of him when we can, and get some deep passes to him when we need to. So that's something we're going to try to work on there coming up in this week's game there. So Neal is a guy that we're going to have to definitely watch out for. Good, excellent zone coverage there. And then there you see his band, not that great, but still something that we need to kind of pay attention to. So good matchup here. We got a team that's 3-3 right now, desperate for a win. They want to bounce back after they had that tough loss there last week against one of our rivals, and so why not try to stick it to us? So we'll see how things go coming up in week 8 there. As you take a look there, 6-1, the Cowboys going against the 3-3 Atlanta Falcons there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So stay tuned for that, you guys. That should be up here in a day or two here on the channel, and we'll show you guys that episode here coming up. So stay tuned for that. Will be episode 37 of the Dallas Cowboys franchise. So thank you guys again for watching. As always, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed, and also hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified when videos of this series or any other series are uploaded to the channel. Follow us on social media. Be a part of the ESGN Nation by going to our Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Links are down below. Check those out and be a part of the conversation on all 3 social media platforms. And let us know what you guys think about the series or anything else about any other series here on the channel. And put in your input there. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, keep yourselves really healthy. And I will see you guys next time.